Okay, so the cosine rule is a very exciting rule. We can use it to find an unknown side, okay? Basically, if we're given two sides and one angle, we can use the cosine rule to find an unknown side. And if we have three sides, we can find any unknown angle using the cosine rule. So I've got these two presentations of it. This is if we're trying to find a side, and this is the form we're going to use if we're trying to find an angle. And the way we're going to set up our triangle is that if this is angle A, this is side A. Okay, so angle A is opposite side A. Angle B is opposite side B, and angle C is opposite side C. So let's set that up here then. We have angle A here, which means our side A is going to be here. B and C aren't going to matter. Alright, in this circumstance, we've got angle A and side A, so that means our B and our C, they can just go either side. That's absolutely fine. Now we are trying to find an unknown angle, and we have three sides. So that means we're going to use this presentation of the formula. So let's write it out here. We have cos of A is B squared plus C squared take A squared on top of 2BC. We'll substitute all of our numbers in there. So B squared is going to be 9 squared. C squared is 19 squared. And then we have take away A squared. Divided by 2 times B times C. Alright, so when we're typing this into our calculator, it's really important that we either set it up as a fraction and we type all of that at the top and all of that at the bottom, or if you're going to do dividing, you have to make sure you use brackets around that so that you're performing the sum and then dividing it. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate that in a moment, and our angle is just going to be inverse cos of whatever we evaluate this to be. Okay? So what I'm going to do, the way I'll type this in my calculator, is I'm going to, well, you could do it all in one step here. Alright, so what you could do, we go inverse cos, we open a bracket, put our fraction there, and then we just type in everything as it's here in the fraction. So I've got 9 squared plus 19 squared, take 16 squared at the top, all on top of 2 times 9 times 19 at the bottom, close our bracket and evaluate. Make sure it's probably set in degrees, that's what we would generally prefer. The only time we use radians is if we're given an angle in radians. And we've got here 57.05, which is 57.1 degrees. Okay, so that's the cosine rule. Now we can use the cosine rule to find an unknown angle if we have three sides provided for us. So we can use it to find an unknown angle. In example B, we're going to use the cosine rule to find an unknown side. Alright, now I'm going to stipulate, like you're given three renditions of the formula there. My advice is going to be just always use the A one. And when we have an unknown angle A, okay, we'll label that A. When we have an unknown side, in this circumstance X, we're going to label that A. Okay, always label our unknown as A. So if this is side A, that means this is angle A. Alright. And so because we're finding an unknown side, this is the presentation of the formula that we're going to use. So the formula is A squared equals B squared plus C squared, take 2BC cos A. Alright, I've said B and C, they're not going to matter. They're either side of the angle A. So let's substitute in all of the information that we're provided with. X is going where the A is. We have 5 is going where the B is. 7 is going where the C is. Cos 44. Okay, our angle is given to us in degrees, which means we need to make sure our calculator is set into degrees. And the way we're going to get x by itself is the square root of what this evaluates to. So you can do it in one step by just typing the square root of and this whole expression out, or you can do it in two. Cos 44. I've got 4.862. So I'm always writing four figures, right? 4.862 and 2 rounds down. So we'll have 4.86 units. It's a length, so we'll just leave it as units, not units squared. Okay, so two formulas. Whatever the unknown is, whether it's an unknown angle, you would set it as A. If it's an unknown side, you'd set it as lowercase a. And then we just use those presentations of the formula. Just a matter of substituting in what we have. Now, just have a look at this one quickly, because we, again, like with 6A, there's a fair bit of problem solving towards the end. So you're invited to move on with the problem solving. But I think if we've done question 1 and question 2 and question 3, I'd be pretty happy with that. Although I'd recommend doing all of the ones on the checklist. So if you've done 1, 2 and 3, I'll be happy, and you can spend some time on your folio. Otherwise, feel free to do as many as you want. All right, that's the cosine rule.